raised children who spoke both languages, or so it seemed. The paranoia takes root. In Æthelred's court, paranoia grew like poison ivy. His advisers whispered in his ear, "The Danes are everywhere. They're in our towns, our markets, our churches. They're waiting, plotting, ready to open the gates when the next invasion comes." And there was some truth to their fears. In 1002, a massive Danish fleet under King Sweyn Forkbeard was terrorising England's coasts. Every English defeat could be blamed on Danish spies, Danish sympathisers, Danish traitors living among them. But here's where the story takes its darkest turn, because the solution Æthelred's advisers proposed wasn't military, it wasn't strategic, it was genocidal. Sometime in early November 1002, Æthelred issued a decree that would be hand-delivered to nobles and officials across England. The exact words are lost to history, but we know what it ordered. All Danish men, women, and children living in England are to be killed on St. Brice's Day, November 13th, the feast day of St. Brice of Tours, a holy day, a day of prayer and penance. Instead, it would become a day of systematic slaughter. But this wasn't going to be a battlefield. The targets weren't Viking warriors with axes and shields. They were families, farmers, craftsmen, and most horrifyingly, women and children who had lived their entire lives in England, who spoke English, who worshipped in English churches. The Danish warriors? They were already dead or fled. The ones who remained were the vulnerable, the defenceless. And that's exactly why what happened next was worse than death. Imagine waking up on St. Brice's Day as a Danish woman in Oxford. Your husband might be Danish, or maybe you're a Danish woman married to an English farmer. Your children play with English children. You speak English fluently. You've lived here for decades. This is your home. England is your home. But on this morning, something feels different. The English neighbours who usually wave don't make eye contact. Doors that are normally open are shut tight, and then you hear it. Footsteps. Many footsteps. The hunt begins. In towns across England, the pattern was the same. Groups of English men, sometimes led by local officials, sometimes just angry mobs, began going house to house. They weren't looking for warriors, they were looking for anyone with Danish blood, and they started with the women. Historical records, sparse and sanitised as they are, tell us that Danish women were dragged from their homes, but archaeology tells us something far worse, because when archaeologists excavated sites connected to St. Brice's Day, they found something that made their blood run cold.